Her name is Noraly, but most of you know her as Itchy Boots.
Noraly Schoenmaker's story begins with a restless spirit and an appetite for exploration that extends far beyond a typical career path. Originally a geologist in the Netherlands with a stable home and relationship, her life appeared complete to the outside world. Yet beneath the surface, a hidden heartbreak quietly waited. When betrayal shattered her trust and her sense of stability, Noraly faced a choice: retreat into despair or completely reinvent her life. Instead of attempting to repair what felt irreparably broken, she chose to step away from her old life entirely. Selling her possessions, leaving her job, and letting go of her home, she bought a one-way ticket to India. This move was not a vacation, but a profound reset, a chance to reclaim control and redefine herself. It marked the start of a journey that would eventually span continents, reveal the depth of her resilience, and inspire millions through the raw, unfiltered experiences she would later share. The life shattered. In 2018, Noraly's life looked orderly and enviable. A steady job, a home, and a long-term relationship. Yet the discovery of her partner's long-term affair shook her to the core, stripping away security, trust, and familiarity. The collapse of her personal life created a void that demanded a response. Many would have sought comfort in the familiar, attempting to mend the broken pieces. Instead, Noraly chose radical change. She sold her house, relinquished nearly all her possessions, and abandoned the life she had meticulously built. This, a profound loss, forced her to confront one of life's most unsettling questions. How do you move forward when everything you relied on is gone? Facing loneliness, heartbreak, and uncertainty, she found herself at a crossroads where survival became the first priority. Cold nights, hunger, and fear were constant companions. But these challenges also became a crucible that would later forge the mental strength, independence, and resilience necessary for the extraordinary journey ahead. Discovering freedom on two-wheels motorcycles re-entered Noraly's life during her early travels in India. Renting a Royal Enfield Himalayan for just 3 weeks rekindled a passion she had once nurtured back in the Netherlands with her Ducati Monster 796. Riding offered more than just adventure. It provided a sense of liberation, clarity, and purpose. On the road, the past could not follow her, and the weight of betrayal faded behind every mile. Each ride demanded focus, attention, and presence, transforming emotional pain into physical movement and mental resilience. The motorcycle became both escape and companion, offering a structure in the chaos of sudden independence. Returning the bike felt like losing a piece of freedom, and a new idea took root. Why not own a motorcycle and travel further? This was more than exploration. It was a way to reclaim life, to find strength in motion, and to turn vulnerability into empowerment. The road became a classroom for learning patience, self-reliance, and joy. The birth of Itchy Boots. What started as personal exploration slowly evolved into a global storytelling endeavor. Noraly began filming her journeys, documenting not only destinations, but also the challenges, mistakes, and unexpected moments that made the experience authentic. Unlike polished travel content, her work resonated because it reflected life in its rawest form. Moments of doubt, small victories, and the ongoing learning process. Consistency, dedication, and honesty created a connection with viewers who saw a real person confronting adversity with courage. Over time, this approach transformed a simple travel blog into a channel recognized across the globe, ultimately earning millions of followers. Noraly's philosophy emphasized authenticity over perfection, showing that true inspiration comes from resilience, curiosity, and persistence rather than flawless execution. Her audience didn't just watch, they empathized, rooted for her, and celebrated incremental progress, creating a community built on trust, encouragement, and shared passion for discovery. Challenges on the road. Long-distance travel is not glamorous, and Noraly never hid the obstacles. From mechanical failures to stolen motorcycles, breakdowns, and bureaucratic hurdles, her journey demanded constant problem-solving under pressure. A stolen bike in Iraq, for example, introduced fear, uncertainty, and vulnerability in an unfamiliar place. Such incidents required composure, resilience, and rapid adaptation. Border crossings and immigration complications further tested her patience, highlighting how unpredictable external forces can derail even the most meticulously planned journey. These difficulties revealed the dual nature of adventure: excitement paired with continuous risk and responsibility. By facing these challenges openly, Noraly built credibility and trust with her audience. Viewers learned that adventure is rarely smooth and that triumph comes through persistence, creativity, and calm problem-solving. These trials strengthened both her practical skills and her ability to maintain confidence in unpredictable conditions, laying the foundation for deeper growth and personal discovery. The philosophy of raw exploration. Noraly's focus on quiet, overlooked places rather than tourist hotspots became central to her storytelling philosophy. By riding into villages, back roads, and areas often ignored by mainstream guides, she captured cultures and perspectives rarely showcased in travel media. Imperfections were accepted. Rough edits, visible mistakes, and unpolished storytelling reinforced authenticity. This approach resonated because it reflected life itself: messy, unpredictable, yet meaningful. Success was measured not by follower counts or polished production, but by the depth of experience and connection shared with people and places. This mindset encouraged her audience to embrace curiosity, respect, and learning, rather than chasing perfection. It demonstrated that exploration is as much about mindset as it is about destinations, inspiring viewers to see beyond the surface and value resilience, presence, and genuine engagement in their own lives. Years on the road. Over 5 years, Noraly traveled through more than 60 countries and created over 600 episodes, cultivating an unmatched sense of dedication and endurance. The journey demanded both mental and physical stamina, requiring routines centered on filming, editing, and storytelling as anchors in an otherwise constantly shifting world. The motorcycle and camera became companions, witnessing every fear, triumph, and moment of awe. This structure provided a sense of home amid perpetual movement, allowing her to stay grounded while traveling. Despite the scale of the endeavor, her focus remained on honest documentation. This consistency built a loyal global audience, drawn not by spectacle, but by the human qualities of perseverance, curiosity, and adaptability. Her journey became a testament to what sustained effort, focus, and authenticity can accomplish over time. Accidents and setbacks. Even the most prepared adventurer cannot avoid unforeseen accidents. In South America, a devastating crash left Noraly with severe injuries, including a broken collarbone and a punctured lung. The remote location compounded the danger, delaying proper medical care and forcing a grueling confrontation with vulnerability isolation, and pain. Such accidents challenge not only physical strength, but also psychological resilience. For someone whose identity revolves around independence and exploration, sudden immobility can create fear, self-doubt, and anxiety. The incident underscored how adventure carries inherent risks, and recovery involves far more than physical healing. It requires mental fortitude, patience, and gradual reintegration into the activities that define one's life. Recovery and rehabilitation. Noraly's recovery demanded months of rehabilitation, combining physical therapy, cardiovascular training, and meticulous relearning of riding skills. The broken collarbone and compromised lung function required incremental progress, attention to posture, and controlled exposure to exertion. Recovery was as much about rebuilding confidence as restoring strength, illustrating the intricate link between body and mind. Small victories in therapy became milestones, reinforcing independence and trust in her abilities. Specialists emphasized that this process was cumulative. Each step forward, no matter how minor, contributed to a larger, sustainable return to adventure. Mental preparation, visualization, and structured routines were critical, gradually rebuilding not just capacity, but belief in her own resilience. Resilience and inspiration. Noraly's journey became a story of unyielding resilience, patience, and dedication. Each obstacle, from heartbreak to accidents, served as a catalyst for personal growth. Through honesty, perseverance, and consistent effort, she transformed vulnerability into empowerment, creating content that inspires millions. Her story highlights universal lessons. Setbacks are not endpoints. Courage is cultivated, and recovery requires both patience and action. By sharing her experiences transparently, Noraly fosters a global community that celebrates resilience, curiosity, and authenticity. The narrative is not just about motorcycles or travel. It is about reclaiming life, finding strength in adversity, and embracing challenges as opportunities to grow, reminding viewers that extraordinary journeys often begin with ordinary courage. Legacy of adventure. Noraly Schoenmaker's experiences illustrate how personal crisis can transform into global impact. From living a comfortable life in the Netherlands to navigating the most remote roads on Earth, her story demonstrates that perseverance, adaptability, and authenticity can create profound influence. Itchy Boots is more than a travel channel. It is a symbol of resilience, showing that challenges, emotional, physical, or psychological, can be transformed into purpose and inspiration. Her legacy lies not in numbers or fame, but in the lives she touches through honesty, courage, and the relentless pursuit of meaningful experiences. Noraly's journey teaches that the road ahead, though uncertain and often difficult, is rich with opportunities for growth, connection, and discovery.